Today I'm making a quick stop at, you guessed it, the Goodwill Bins. We're gonna go in, we're gonna see in 1 hour, what can we find to flip for profit. This is one of my favorite places. Let's go in and see what kind of gems we can find today. Since I only have a short time, I'm gonna focus on shoes and handbags, picking that up as we go by. We're gonna do a quick scan, see if anything catches our eye right off the bat. And if not, we'll dig. First find, right out of the gate, palladium. Look at these boots are in great shape. Let's check the other one. The bottoms look excellent. Looks like a little spot there, but nothing too major. And excellent sell-through rate, strong comps. Pickup number 1 minute in the door. Temptation to pick this up is real. These are super cute Roper kids. So a kid size 1 in rough shape. So even though Stampede is coming up in Calgary in a matter of days or a week, not gonna get them. This was thrown back by someone, Maui Ocean Center, and check out the back. And here's a fun fact. Been there with the family, including Nathan, so I think I'm gonna pick this up for him. Size large, should fit.
The shirt does fit and I love it. Thank you, Dawn. I love having long sleeve shirts because I don't have enough of them. And yeah, this is a picture of me back in the day when I was at that Ocean Center. I remember all the sharks and it was a fun time, wasn't it?
If you've watched any of my other videos, you may know that I have picked up baby carriers in the past. I looked up this brand, Infantino, and it even had a tag. It's called the Flip Advanced model, somewhere in here. There's only something like 10 sold and over 100 listed, and it only sells for like $15, $20, so nope. I thought these Rockport shoes might be an option, waterproof, but I think that might be a little bit too much wear, especially on the heels. So we'll leave these. A couple more no's. This one, couldn't find anything with this brand, and it's got a big stain. Don't want to deal with that. This looks interesting. Tree torn. It's like a plasticky, so that would be easy to keep clean. Backpack with a top strap as well. Looked into it, none listed, one sold for $36. However, we've got some damage there, so I'm thinking that's a no. Could not find one shred of branding on these, so I did a Google image search, and they are Fabletics Cambria. There was 5 or 6 listed, but none sold, so we shall leave it. Next up, gonna look into these. Verdict on the DKNY sneakers, listed for $7, so that is a no. This is a brand, L'Artiste. Gonna see if I can find the match, because I would pick those up if I can. All right, let's dig together, see what we can see. Prada candy. You know what? For a makeup bag, it's possible, could be real. We're just gonna see for fun. Ice skates for the summer. I don't think we need that. What are these? Little bogs. Worn on the back, not surprising, but these are little neoprene boots. I might look them up. We'll hold on to that. The tops look cute. Can't tell the branding. I might do a Google image. Gotta pick up a bunch of stuff and then weed it out. That's my approach. FootJoy, that would be a golfing sandal. Just scanning the bin. I don't immediately see the other one. Do you? So I don't think I'll pick that one up right now. Cute. Paw Patrol. What have we here? Oh. Swiss bag of some kind. That is interesting enough with branding and everything else for me to pop it in my little cart and check into it further. Wave Enigma 4. These are Mazuno. How do they look on the bottom? Quite a bit of wear on that heel. So no. Hey, there's that other golf sandal. You know what? Being in the middle of golf season, there's one, there's the other. I think I might pick these up, although they do look a little small. We'll check them out. All right, let's keep going. What is this one? Saucony, is it? Yes. Where on the heels? Where on the front? Yeah. Nope. Let's see. Oh, here's our match. So that, I will look them up to be sure, but I have picked up this brand, L'Artiste, before. And I think it's quite cool, funky. Look at that heel. You got the blocks heel and then this leather piece that comes down. That's got some style, I would say. What else? What else? Now see, that catches my eye right away. Ultra Boost. Can't tell. Oh, Adidas. So probably not. Cool looking though. Oh, I saw one of these at the other end all by itself. I just wondered if that was perhaps a fancy little kid brand. So we'll check it out. I don't normally buy children's shoes, but these are cute, so we'll see. I realized I put one in my cart seeing if I could find its mate, and here it is. So we're gonna check that out. Time to go back to my big cart and take a little stock of what I've got and what I'm gonna put back. All right, we are gonna dig into these items and I'll look up comps and report back what we're keeping. All right, first the no pile. These, while cute, do not have any sold comps. These FootJoy have sold comps, but they're listed for $15 to $20, so that's a no. Shorts, nah. Didn't find the other one of those little booties, so they're a no. This was a Ralph Lauren belt, but look how much wear is on the metal, so I said no to that. And these were Romica, I think is how you pronounce it. No great comps, so we're putting those back as well. Now let's talk about what we're keeping. Real, not real, who knows? Prada, keeping it for myself. This Mountain Equipment Co-op backpack. Tested all the zippers. The bottom is in really good shape. It's got all the different straps, chest strap, waist strap, and a lot of different pockets. I think this is gonna be a yes. I'm gonna guess I can probably get $35, maybe even $40 for that. And then check it. We got a cart full of shoes, which are one of my favorite things. Got a sold comp for these. You all need to help me. Are they in good shape? Or is there any damage? That toe can be touched up. The bottoms are good. Check. Sold comp for these hikers. There's one paint spot, which I can probably try to scrape off of there. Quick wash. We got good heels. Not too much wear. Laces, good. These Nayot, there's again very strong comps. They look like they've been worn just a little bit, but not too bad. So they're a yes. Make sure the second one is good. Looks good. These, what were they called? The Flex. Looks like some good comps for this same style in black. This one's green, of course, but it's a bigger size, so we'll see how that does. These were a yes. Again, strong comps. Let's check. That looks pretty clean and pretty nice. We've got laces. Good shape. Vibram sole, always a plus. And the insoles, check and check. Okay, these were our first find and they were in good shape. We checked them right out at the bin. These are probably in the roughest shape of anything I'm buying, but they're super cool, kind of vintagey. But look at the bottom, really good shape. So we're gonna give these a try. Hopefully I can get them cleaned up. Let's see what we can do with those. And finally, this pair backwards of Brooks. They look like decent comps and the bottoms look fair. Oh, is that a bit too worn? You know what, I'm gonna change my mind on these. We've got enough other good things. We're gonna throw these back too, so boom, there they go. And we are back where we started with our little cowboy boots. I looked at this vintage purse. It's actually leather if I'm not mistaken, but if you look up close, you can see there's cracking in the leather. So as cool as a vintage thing that is, we shall leave it. Just for fun, we're gonna do a speed round of some other bins. House goods, lampshades, Guess who? Battleship. Some sort of pet cage. Some placemats, I'm guessing. What is that? Basketball game of some kind? A snow shovel. This is the everything bin, obviously. Here's a laptop desk. Got some pie plates. The pie shop. And who knows what else under all of this. Jewelry box. Any treasures? There we go. No treasures. Wow, this is heavy. What does that say? GB. Do we have a name on the bottom? No. Very, very heavy. Toys, home towel bar, Christmas decorations. That's the everything. Let's switch over. It's actually not busy. Check it out in here. Almost empty. We've got clothes. I'm not gonna really pick unless something really grabs my eye. We got linens, looks like sheets. Nope, not for me. Very cute little hat. And a winter quilted vest of some kind. Or a long, wow, look how long that is. I guess it's like a full length. Size XL, can't see a brand. Tweed. Sports shirt. Wicking. ISO cool. Quick drying. This is the Plush of all sorts. Puppy. Look at all the plush. You can tell it's not busy in here. This is like barely even touched this bin. What do they do when that happens? Because there's a lot of really good things in here. I wonder if they'll give them a second chance tomorrow. More clothes. I love handbags, so I do see that as kind of hilarious. Little fake lock. Some purse straps. That's pretty funny. The original shoe bin I went through. We've got linens, clothing. Kind of a cool. Well, no wonder it's cool. It's a Picasso. That is interesting. That mark is just on the glass. This is interesting. Let's flip it. What do we got? Some pretty sturdy hanging. IKEA. There you go. I've seen some real life Picassos in different museums, but I don't know that that fits the decor of my house. All right, swinging on over. Quick tour continues. More linens, pillows, clothing thrown in just to keep it interesting. And again, at the end of the bins is where you see throwbacks, things that people were checking out and didn't keep. I tend to try anyway to put my stuff back in the bin where it came from. So if I'm putting shoes back, I'll put them back in a shoe bin as much as I can. Hey, there's the match to the one I had. You know what? I'm going to put him in there and put him with his partner. These hunter boots. A little bit of wear, but not too bad. But again, heavy. People are a little bit choosy when it comes to paying by the pound. Look at that. More clothing, more pillows. Here we're coming up on a toy bin with a briefcase in it. This is some sort of lizard creation. Bit of toys, games. If I saw one of those wooden library style vintage games, I would pick it up. I've done well with those. I think I've sold 2 or 3 of those. And then you get other stuff thrown in. Seems to always be a poker game. No exception today. Authentic Jiu-Jitsu. What is this? The part of the uniform, I guess? And more clothing. Certain colors, fabrics will catch my eye, and I'll take a quick peek Don't know what that says. It's a really nice ladies jacket. Oh my goodness, that is like size 6 months. I was gonna say, this is the tiniest little sweatshirt. Very cute, from Carter's. Penguin pajamas. Again, just a little of everything. But I think I'm gonna head out. So we'll tally up what we've got. Maybe I'll even give you an estimate of what I think based on those comps it might be worth. And we'll see what we accomplished in an hour and a half. Here's the final haul. Cost $25. I had 15 pounds at $1.65. And I have 12 items, so again at $25 with the little roundup, that's just over $2 per item. A couple of personal things, some flip-flops, that cosmetic case, and I always pick up packing cubes, that's a sharper image, and one t-shirt, gift for Nathan, but that means 8 items are for sale. So if I even estimate, roughly speaking, $25 profit, which with some of these hiking and other shoes should be pretty easy on average, that's going to be about $200 profit. My lesson for today, not really a lesson. Actually, what I did learn is that this location is on a flight path, because every time I went to film outside, a plane would go over and make a huge loud racket. Anyway, all joking aside, more of just an observation. I was in there for 90 minutes, got just a manageable amount of items, 12 items, 8 for resale, and can make possibly a $200 profit, being conservative with my numbers. So again, quick trip, keep it under control, get it listed on eBay. This is the right business model for me going forward. Thank you for watching again, as always, and stay tuned for more fun videos coming up soon. Bye.